just means I'm the secretary. I'll send out the email. But for my role as general evaluator, this is a really important part of the meeting because we all come here because we want to be better speakers, and this is the part where we can learn from each other and from ourselves. So what we're going to do... Oh, I'm also the timer, so the timing constraints for the evaluations are 2 to 3 minutes. And we're just going to welcome up our first evaluator, which is Esmeralda.
So I'm evaluating Justin, and as you all know, this is Justin's first speech. And I'm not sure why it took you so long, because you're a good speaker. You should have been up here sooner. You did a good job. I felt like your speech was very organized. You did a good job at presenting it. You didn't have too much on your presentation. I really liked the pictures that you used of yourself. That, let us know who you were. And I also liked what you presented on, because not only did we find out what you do, which was travel, you like to travel, your religion, but we also got to learn a lot of what you valued, a lot of what you didn't say, but inferred. So we got to know you on a deeper level than just the surface, and I really enjoyed that, and I appreciated that. I also felt like you had very good presentation skills. Your voice was very clear. It was loud enough so we can all hear. You didn't speak too fast, you didn't go too slow, you went at the right pace, and that was really well done. I think something you can improve on is the filler words, but on my first speech, I did the same thing. I was way worse than you were. You weren't bad. You had 1 or 2 in there, but every other thing I said was and so I think you did a good job on that, but it is something you can improve a little bit on. And that's all.
Excellent. Our next evaluator is Marc.
I had the pleasure of evaluating Ray's icebreaker speech. I really enjoyed many aspects of the speech. I really liked what he spoke about in particular. In coming here, you really don't get to know somebody until you get to hear their icebreaker speech. I learned a lot about you that I was very interesting. I love how you told you're becoming a bartender story. Now, I know being a bartender is a pretty sought after job. It's not a job that's easy to get at all. So I found it very interesting how you became a bartender. How you became the promotion person, and through doing that, you formed a relationship with your boss, and was able to kind of wear him down with your requests. It was very effective, and now, you didn't say it here, but I know from attending these labs, you're the head bartender there now. So, matter of years, now you're on top there. Very cool. Your travels. They're definitely an obstacle for me in traveling is feeling like I don't have any money. And that didn't stop you. You just went for it. You had to eat top ramen for like over a month. You made it happen. Even sleeping on a beach in order to be there. It sounds crazy, but I really admire that you did that. I think it takes a lot of overcoming fear, a lot of guts to do something like that. That's cool. And as if traveling and just eating top ramen for a month wasn't adventurous enough. Becoming a life coach, becoming a coach in general, that is definitely a position that requires a lot of confidence and a lot of knowledge and skill to be able to do something like that. I might have taken that on as well. I have a friend named Reed Wallace who's a life coach. It's not an easy thing to do. It definitely, you take somebody who has a lot of things they got to work on and you help them become a more developed person. So I'm looking forward to hearing your stories of people that you've helped. As for things you could work on mostly just in delivery, your icebreaker speech, definitely just by doing the speech is accomplishing your objectives. We all have fears of getting here, so I commend you for doing it. But as for things to work on for your next speech and to aim towards, being louder is something that I think would be a good idea. And to speak more slowly and to articulate things more clearly. And of course to incorporate some pauses in there too. You always want to create kind of dramatic pauses, which allows your listeners to think about what you're saying. That's a good idea. As for your presentation, things about the presentation that people often don't discuss, but which are very important, are things like being on time. If you're a presenter and you come just as the meeting is happening, it really affects your speech. You were on time. As a Toastmasters, I was able to speak to you, find out your title and your personal objectives. So great preparation ahead of time. In addition to preparation, you found the icebreaker materials online. We didn't even have a booklet to give to Ray on his first speech. He went online and found the material for himself to become adequately prepared, and it showed. Thank you. Overall, I thought your speech was great. You definitely fulfilled your objectives and more. Hearing about your life was very interesting, and I appreciate it. In your delivery, you showed a lot of confidence. I'm looking forward to seeing your next speeches.
And our third evaluator is Deanna.
Good evening, everyone. I had the pleasure of evaluating Stephen's speech. Stephen has a leadership position here in the club, and he has been almost done with the book, so he's made all the speeches. And two of our speeches tonight were introductory speeches where we got to find out about two of our new club members. But I felt like your speech was also a way for us to find out about you. Although it was an entertainment speech, you gave us an insight into your life, starting from the summer before you came to Sac State to where you are now, and how you took the bus today. I want to point out that you used the same song in the beginning and at the end to grab our attention. I felt like I was a part